All right, here we go. One last time, and I think I'm going to call it. 2 Timothy 3:16 and 17. I'm going to read it. All scripture is God-breathed and useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness, so that the servant of God may be thoroughly equipped for every good work. Beautiful words. I referenced recently English Standard Version as I've been talking about this scripture, where I had been reading it, New International, which I just read it in. And it got across something different, and I really appreciate different translations, whether they be more literal, more thought for thought. Some translations use the word inspired instead of God-breathed. And that includes New King James, which I use as my personal study Bible on a daily basis. Love New King James. And I'm not so crazy about that word inspired. And the reason is because it brings to mind that they were thoughts, ideas, as opposed to God-breathed, which illustrates God giving like direct words to the writers. And I think that difference is important. Now, I don't think those who put that word inspired in certain translations of the Bible were doing it with something bad in mind, so much as kind of helping the reader understand God bringing that to the writers putting pen to paper. I think it's important, though, that when we look at that term, God-breathed, that we see God's intention being passed on in the Bible. And that's super important, and that every verse of the Bible is from that. So spend some time in prayer, jump off of YouTube, stop scrolling, talk to God, and listen to what He's telling you about His not just inspired word, but God-breathed word. Have an amazing rest of your day.